NTNA Challenge 5 Once Upon a Time, sponsored by Ugly Duckling.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you Challenge 5 for Nails Next Top Nail Artist, and this challenge is sponsored by Ugly Duckling, and they wanted us to create 5 nails based off of a nursery rhyme, and I chose to do Hey Diddle Diddle. It's always been one of my favorites, and even though the words pretty much mean nonsense, the actual overall meaning of it is just to be happy. And one of my favorite phrases is over the moon, and that is from this rhyme. So I hope you guys love it as much as I do. And I did challenge myself this week to do an extreme nail shape, which is not something I normally do, and I haven't done any since I took a class on them 5 years ago. So it was definitely a challenge for me. I hope you guys like it. And don't forget to vote on Monday. I'll put a link in the description box when voting is available, so check back there, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Cut a nail form backing right at the base of the finger hole and apply it to another form to double them up. Gently rock the form back and forth with your fingers and close the end. Here's how your form should look. Fit the form to your finger. With a Sharpie, draw out the shape of the nail. You can remove the Sharpie later, but it keeps the nail symmetrical while you are sculpting. To remove the Sharpie, all you have to do is cleanse the nail with isopropyl. Sculpt the base layer of the nail with acrygel. While curing, make sure that you tip the nail from side to side so the sidewalls are fully cured, and then you can build up the nail structure. With any extreme shape, you really want to build in an apex. Mix gel polish to give yourself extra colors to help blend the gradient on the nails. Apply all 4 colors to the thumb and blend them together. On the other 4 nails, blend the gradient from nail to nail so it's a gradient across them. On the thumb, write Hey Diddle Diddle with black gel paint. Start in the middle of the nail with the first diddle to balance the writing down the rest of the nail. Use different fonts in your writing to keep it interesting. Highlight the letters with silver gel paint. This will make the letters look as if they are glowing in the night sky. Add a few crystals and finish the nail with a layer of matte top coat. On a nail form backing with yellow acrylic, sculpt 3 stars. Dip a bead of clear acrylic into yellow glitter and apply that over each star. Attach them with nail glue and clear acrylic. On the other nails, paint clouds with white, shmelt it, and in the second coat, swirl in blue gel polish. With diluted black gel polish, add a shadow under the clouds and a shadow under the silver stars. Sculpt your cat and fiddle with color acrylic. Build up your cat in layers. Keep the proportions realistic, but personify the position he's in. Use orange acrylic as the base and white for highlights. Sculpt the fiddle next to your cat so that you can keep it proportionate, and use brown acrylic for the base and a highlight of beige. Use white thread to add the strings to the fiddle and to the bow, and then glue your fiddle in place. Sculpt the cat's arms separately and then glue them in place. Finish your sculpture with little white kitty paws. Place him on the nail as close to the cuticle as it's comfortable. Then with gel polish, add the fur texture, highlights, shadows, stripes, and facial details. Make sure you flash cure often. Sculpt your moon with yellow on a nail form backing and use a dotting tool dipped in acrylic powder to add texture to the moon's surface. Sculpt your cow with white and black acrylic. Keep in mind that each element you sculpt should become slightly smaller to add to the depth of the final design. So as they go down the nails, they get just a little bit shorter. Did you know that this rhyme is said to be the most known verse of nonsense? There have been numerous hypotheses about its meaning, from constellations to Queen Elizabeth to a pub game from the 18th century, but the best idea is simply happiness. Attach your cow with a spring so he can wiggle as if he's mid-jump. Finish the moon with gel polish details. Add some shadows inside the craters and around his facial features. Use brown gel polish to add spots to your cow. Be very cautious whenever you apply gel paint or polish over 3D work because it can be very easy to fill in all of your sculpted details, flattening your work. If you find this happening, use a dry brush to wipe excess gel off before curing and flash cure often. Every time you flash cure, it locks the gel in place so it can't run into other details. Next up, your laughing little dog. Much like the cat, personify his facial expression while keeping the details as realistic as you can. Using multiple shades of brown and beige acrylic will give your fur some movement and color variegation. When adding his details, paint in fur texture using very, very thin, delicate lines. Flash cure after each section to prevent the lines from running together, ruining all of your hard work. Use white and black gel polish to add some extra detail. Sculpt your dish and spoon with white acrylic. When the handle of the spoon just turns matte, use your sculpting brush and your 3D brush to add contour to the handle by picking up the end and creating a curve. Sculpt a simple, blissful face on the dish. Add the rim of the dish and the bowl of the spoon. Sculpt the edge of the bowl thick, then file down the back of it to give the bowl a nice curve at the end. Add their legs and arms with wire, then sculpt their hands with white acrylic and their shoes with blue acrylic. Paint the spoon with silver gel paint. Pro tip: to preserve the life of your gel brushes, cleanse them in gel top coat and wipe clean on a lint-free wipe in the direction of the hairs. Only use a solvent when absolutely necessary, and your brushes will thank you. Finish all of your characters with a very thin layer of matte gel top coat and highlight their eyes with a very thin bit of glossy top coat. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love this design, and I love how there's a reveal where you can see all of the characters when the nails are together, and then you can see all of the gradient and all of them separately if the nails are spread apart. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. This rhyme has been part of my life since I was very, very little, and I'm so happy to be able to share it with Melody now too, and with all of you. And please don't forget to vote on Monday. I am so grateful to be part of this competition and so grateful to be in it this far. It's been a dream of mine for years. So if you want to see me keep going, don't forget to hit that vote button on Monday. There will be a link in the description box below when it is available. And hopefully I'll see everybody next week. Bye!
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the... Good job!